What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Too Many Bones, our 3 Gearloc playthrough utilizing Tink, Boomer, and Pickett versus the Goblin King. We have just completed in the previous episode, day number 2, and we've done all of our ability assignments, points assignments from what we got from loot and all the rest and recovery phase, and all that is done. So the next thing on the agenda is going into day 3. Now remember, this is still the standard day, first day 3 stuff. I do want to mention those specifically in this video. A special thank you to one of our subscribers, George. He commented on the video and noted a couple things that I missed, and especially with Tink. If you remember, I did talk about Tink being a not an easy Gearloc to play. There's just a lot of stuff going on with Tink with the bots, and remembering what costs dex and what doesn't cost dex, and that sort of thing can get very confusing. But he clarified a couple things, pointed out a couple things, so I do. So special thank you to George. Thank you for doing that. Also, he put a link in the comment that he left, one of the comments that he left, to a 3 Gearloc playthrough that he did using, I believe it was Tabletop Simulator, but he did do that, and it's a link to his playthrough. Definitely go check out his video. I know he would appreciate it. And I do appreciate him doing that. This is why we're a community. You know, I'm not here to monopolize your subscriptions. I'm here to just play games and be a resource and have fun. So, George, thank you very much. Thank you again. And hopefully I will keep the mistakes to a minimum. Although I'm sure that I will make mistakes and you'll probably have to correct me again. So, having said all that, let's get to day number 3. Special encounter, the standard day number 3. Crossing the Sebron River, glistening vein of trade running length of Daylore. Playfully beckons as it shimmers in the daylight up ahead. But with so few bridges in these parts, this crossing is an obvious spot for enemy scouts and traps. A journey of this importance leaves only 2 options: tucking the ears and trying to blend in is risky but efficient. A boat at dusk carries less chance of discovery, but requires business with the Molnar, a trading syndicate with their own set of drawbacks. So, we have 2 options. The first option, well, either way, we get a progress, okay? So that will give us a total of, I believe, 2 progress. Yep, 2 progress. If we take the first option, we'll get an additional progress and an ability point. We roll a d6. If anybody rolls a 1 to 2, we basically pull the first Goblin King Tyrant card encounter, put it on top, reshuffle the rest. Or we can hire the Molnar. We'll shuffle in a special card for them, but everybody gets a trove loot. I am going to see, it's kind of hard to decide. Normally I actually take the ability points. But the trove loot, given that this is a longer campaign, sure would be nice. Not campaign, this is a longer Tyrant, 12-day Tyrant. Nah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? I think I'm going to go with rolling the die. So, we'll roll the dice for Pickett. Okay, doesn't matter who else we roll it for. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, that stinks. So we'll pull the first card. I now have the first card. That's going on the top. And next I will shuffle these up. Shuffle. And I guess I should do this on camera. I am not going to look at these, see the fronts to know what's who. Let's do a Shuffling here. And stop. Okay. And place this one on the top. So we get a progress point. We get 2 progress points, and we get a training point. So everybody gets a training point. Now, let's start with Tink. Tink, I think. Well, it's got firing arm, which is really good. I think Tink's just going to go ahead and take. Let's go ahead and take the second Spider-Bot 2.0. Might as well go ahead and take that. I know we don't have the build die 2.0, but I mean we have to have Spider-Bot in order to do that. So that'll be his point. Boomer. I think Boomer is going to take Body Search. Hopefully that will allow. Oh, that's 13. That will allow us to get some elements or health, or I think that'll be beneficial. And Picket. Picket, should I do defense or should I do stand ground? Start that. Let's try defense. So of course, because we're doing defense, it's currently 2. We have to roll the defense dice. If we get any bones, we do get a reroll. If we don't get any bones with that, then we'll be able to train it. Alright, so there's 1 bone. Let's roll it again. Okay, well, we can't train defense, so I'm going to say let's go with stand ground, die number 1. Where are you at, die number 1? There you are. Die number 1. Alright. And Boomer's here. So everybody has theirs. And that will conclude the encounter phase. Next we will go to the recovery phase. Trade loot. There's really no reason to trade loot right now. Well, I don't know. You could trade loot and say, Question is, do I want to give Boomer like the big bag of boom? Yeah. Tink's going to trade with Boomer, who's then going to turn around and use the Fortunate Discovery to get the consumable bag of booms. Just die number 12. So we'll get that. Everybody else will keep what they have. Make lockpicking content. We have no lockpicks. Then we'll do the individual options. Everybody wants to keep their loot, so basically we'll scout with everybody. So we can scout a 1-pointer. Griffin Yearling, I'm okay with keeping that. And that was Picket. Now let's scout with Boomer. Oh, 5-pointer. That is, Stone Golem. Man. In the next fight we have, we'll probably include that. Let's put that to the back. I know there's not really ever a good time for that, but and Tink gets another 1-pointer, and that is Troll Youngin. 4 health. Yeah, he's not too bad either. Alright. So, scouting is done. And we're going to that was day 3. We're going to day 4. Alright. Day 4 is the Tyrant Encounter care package. When you find boxes in the middle of the road in Daylore, always exercise caution. These 3 were made to look like they contain valuable supplies. Probably a trap. Good chance. Instinct calls for scouting the perimeter before arriving back in front of the crates. Carefully opening the first 2, it's surprising to actually find some items of value. The 3rd box, however, has that unmistakable goblin odor seeping through the rough-hewn wood. The fact that goblins love dangerous pranks and that this could be one of them is fully confirmed when the paint on the lid is revealed, reading, "Regards from the Goblin King." So, we have 2 options. We can choose the first option, which is draw the line at smelly box with the goblin heads and ignore the box. Or we can attempt to disarm it, and that's basically that's going to get us something to use against the tyrant at the end of his throne, and but we take 2 damage if it's unsuccessful. And we got to remember we'll be on day 5 times 3, so that's going to be 3 5-point baddies that we're going to fight tomorrow on day 5. And today's day 4, that'd be 2 5s and 2 1s. Man, I don't know. Alright, let's... Alright, so let's look at the second option. Let's really see if we want to try that. Each party member must name a lock type, lever, trip, or force, and reach a 3 of that type, making a lockpick attempt. If successful, the box is disarmed, and the bomb inside can be used later to destroy the Goblin King's throne instantly at the start of the battle. If unsuccessful, party takes 2 damage before the start of the current battle. So if everybody took 2 damage, Boomer would be at, wow. Boomer would be at 1. Oh, she had 4. Tink would be at 2. And Pickett would be at 4. I mean, obviously, Pickett's not as bad. We do have throwing axes. Oh, jeez. What the heck? We may need all the help we can get by the time we get to that encounter with the Goblin King. So, let's go with the second option. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do just to make it a little bit more random. Let's say a 1 or a 2 is lever, 3 or 4 is trip, 5 or 6 is force, and that's what each of them will roll for each Gearloc, and that's what they're going to try to get. So we'll start with Tink. That's going to be force. So let's roll. Move this over here. See if that'll help. We roll force. Okay. That's 1 force. We have some trip and some trip. So let's re-roll this force die. There's 2 force. Now 1, 2 sides have force there. Alright, I'm going to take a bit of a gamble and re-roll the lever die. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing again. Yes! Okay, there it is. So, Tink was successful with force. Let's go with Boomer next. Boomer tries to do trip. Excuse me, tries to do lever. Looking for 3 lever. There's 2. Let's re-roll. 3 lever. There it is. Successful. And what the heck? Picket will go for trip. And there's 1T, but there is a conversion, and there are 2 3s showing, so we'll convert one of those to 3 trip. So, bam. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Immediately. So this actually, this goes to somebody with loot. We'll leave it with Tink for now. And now we're going to do the BQ, because we do still have to fight. That was just a potential way to get that, which is awesome. I have tried that before and failed. So the BQ is going to be 2 5-point baddies, because we're on day 3. Excuse me, we're on day 4. There's 3 Gearlocs, and 2 1-pointers, which we know are going to be the Troll and the young Griffin Yearling. The Griffin Yearling. So the first is going to be a Troll Enforcer in lane 1. That is melee. It has 5 health. Alright. 5 health, lane 1. Second 5 points. Ooh. Goblin Alarmist. 1, 2, 3, 6 points. Ranged in lane 2. And it's going to go possibly first. And the Troll Youngin has a, the Troll Enforcer has a 2. So, and then of course we have our, in lane 3, our melee based thick skin Troll, 1-point Troll, Brute. He's in lane 3 with an initiative of 1. That Alarmist is going to be a pain. And then we have Griffin Yearling in lane 4. That is a melee character. And it has an initiative of 5. Alright, so there's the initiative for all of them. Next, we will roll initiative for our Gearlocs. Whew. Not quite what I was hoping. So we got a 4 and a 4 for Boomer and Tink. I'm gonna put Boomer first, and the 3 will be Picket. So the order is gonna be the Goblin Alarmist, and then the Griffin Yearling, then our Gearlocs will go, and then the Trolls. Remember that Picket's in 8, he rolls his defense before battle starts and gets absolutely nothing. Okay, so let's do this thing. We're going to start round 1. We're going to start with, in round 1, the Alarmist. So the Alarmist will go first. It is ranged. It does have signal 3. It is going to signal in a 1-point baddie, which we know is one that we've scouted. We know it's going to be another Troll Youngin. So we'll put that down. We'll put that over here. And then it's going to range attack. Oh, wait. I haven't placed my Gearlocs. Goodness. Okay. So knowing that I really need to get rid of yeah, actually work out. All right, knowing that I need to get rid of that alarmist, I'm gonna pick it here where he can move up, and then Tink I'm gonna put there to be able to deploy the bot, and Boomer there. The Griffin Yearling is going to move to attack Boomer anyway, so yeah. All right. What did you want to make? Move, attack. All right. So attacks the weakest. That's going to be Boomer. So the alarmist is going to roll 1 attack, 2 defense, and it's going to get one hit. Oh Jesus! 1 hit, and it's 1 damage. So Boomer's just going to take 1 damage. And it's got its 2 defense, so that's it. Then the Griffin Yearling is going to, as melee, it's going to move 1. It's going to also, oh, this is not good. It is also going to attack Boomer with, oh, look at that. Double bones. That is super fortunate. Unfortunately, it does gain flight. Alright, so now we have Boomer. So, Boomer, Boomer is going to roll. He's got 4 decks, so we'll say 2 defense and 2 attack against the Goblin Alarmist. So that's 2 bones. Gets 1 defense. Takes off 1 defense from the Goblin Alarmist. Alright. Well, I've already done that. Alright. So, now this is where the tough part comes in. So, building a bot. On your turn, choose an available spider bot and place it in your prep area. Facing up. Alright, so we're going to take SpiderBot 1.0. That does not cost Dex. Oh, so before battle, I should have rolled this orientation die. All right, which I'm gonna do. I'm gonna orient it to the bottom, and actually, I'm gonna use the 2.0 bot. And choose to put it in the prep area, And the starting power for the 2.0 bot is a 2. Add any, it says add any attachments you chose based on your orientation of your die, which I'm definitely going to use the Gatling gun. I'm going to spend 1 dex to increase its battery power to 3, so that leaves me with 3 dex at this point. And yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and deploy it for another dex. So that is 2 dex of my 4 so far spent. It's got 5 health. 5 health. I am going to deploy it. I think I'm going to deploy it here, actually. And I'm going to put that there. So that's 2 of my 4. And then I'm going to use 1 to move. And then I'm going to roll 1 defense. Oh, nice. Okay, so George, I hope I did that right. If not, please let me know where I screwed that up. I hope I did it right, but this is very different. That is Tink. Okay, then we have Pickett. Pickett is going to move 1. And Pickett is, not Pickett. Boomer, I meant to use her her throw odds backup plan to do 1 more damage, which would take off this other defense die for the alarmist. Then Pickett is going to go. He is going to be rolling 2 attack and 2 defense. Oh no, he's going to be rolling. No, oh man. He's going to be rolling. As he had to move. He has 3 decks. 2 attack. And he does 2 damage to the alarmist. And he gets a bone. Okay. So that is his go. Then the troll enforcer is going to attack him. I'm thinking now I probably should have rolled defense, because this could be bad. So that's... Alright, that's 3 damage. So he takes 1, 2, 3. Troll gets 1, and it rolled a bone. So if we go to the reference guide with taunt says adjacent opposing units must attack this unit. Place taunt effect die on this unit until the start of next turn. Alright. Or until the start, I guess it's until the start of its next turn. Yeah. So that is a little bit of a bummer, because that means now Pickett can't attack that alarmist. And then this guy goes yellow. He rolls 1 attack, 1 defense against the bot. And he does 1 damage, does get 1 defense. So 1 damage to the bot of its 5. Yep. 1 damage to its 5. And that's round 1. We'll go to round 2. Purple up first. Signal again. It goes over here. So there's the second signal. Gonna attack the weakest, which is Boomer. It's going to attack Boomer, right? Yes, Boomer. And it's going to get 2 defense and a bone, which does nothing. Then the green, that's going to be the yearling. The yearling is going to attack. Again, it is going to attack Boomer. It does 2. The first is blocked by Boomer's defense die. She takes second. She only has 1 health left. Next is Boomer. I guess Boomer's going to have to try to take out this thing. Alright, so Boomer's gonna roll 1 attack. She has 4 dex. 2 attack, 2 defense. And the target is going to be the Griffin youngling. Yeah. She's going to get 2 defense. That's awesome. Then she's going to get 2 more bones and 1 damage to the yearling. I wish it was more, but that's okay. Alright, so then we go to the bot. Next we go to the bot. Sorry about that. To Tink, excuse me, not to the bot. But we'll probably start out with the bot. So I think I don't think it costs. Yeah, it costs a dex to use an attachment. So the bot is going to start out and do its automatic 2 damage to the Troll Brute. So that takes off the defensive die. And then it's going to, let's see, be targeted. Most of your bot is treated as an ally. You use your bot first to increase your bot's very powerful 1. Decrease your counter badge cannot be used. But lose all its HP exhausted on its attachments. Alright, so the first thing is that actually goes back down to 2. Alright. And then I think it's gonna do, yeah, I guess it's going to attack this Troll Brute. So this is the first of Tink's 4 decks. It rolls a 2. Now remember, the Brute's already taken 2 points, so the thick skin now is effectively useless for this turn for Tink. So 2 comes off of that. That's been used. Then we'll go 3. Well, actually 2. And then we're going to roll. Well, let's just go ahead and roll. Oh, sorry, this build die should have been exhausted. I'm going to deploy that. Let's roll attack and defense with the other 2. It's 1 damage to the yearling, so it's gone. Alright, and that is a defeated 1 point, so we'll put it over here. And that means that then he gets 2 defense, so we'll go ahead and put that right there. So 1 to roll the dex, 1 to move, 1 to roll the attachment, 1 to move, 1, 2 to attack. That's his 4 dex total. Next is Pickett. Pickett is going to be rolling both his defensive dice and his lock slot. Excuse me, his stand ground die, which didn't really do a whole lot of good. It gives him 1 defense and do-over. Let's see what do-over does. Maybe reroll any number of rolled dice once. Yeah, it's not really going to do a whole lot of good. And then I think he's going to... Oh, okay. His target would have had to be this, but it doesn't matter. Then he's going to use his throwing axe. It's 2 uses. He'll use the first charge to... he's not going to slot this. He's going to use 1 charge to throw... Oh no, that's not going to do any good. No, he's not going to use it. It's not going to do him any good. He's not going to use it. And that's his turn. Blue goes. So he's going to roll 3 attack dice, 1 defense dice. And this is not good. Alright, he gets a 2 and a taunt stays on there, and it does 2 damage. First is absorbed by Pickett's defensive die. He takes 1 more, and then yellow goes, rolls 1 attack, 1 defense. 1 attack, 1 defense versus the bot. It's 2 damage and a bone, which actually the bone will kill him, which is great, except now we have a 3, and 2 damage to the bot, 3 and a 4 coming in, which is not so great. Alright, so that's the yellow would come off, the green would come off. Alright, and they're going to go to the bottom. So 3, in lane 3, we're going to add in now another troll youngin. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is melee. I'm going to go here. And then we're going to add in clay golem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to go last. And he is going to be here. Aichiwawa. Okay. That's the end of round 2. Beginning of round 3. Goblormus. Signal 3. Its final tag in. Then it's going to attack Boomer with 1. Boomer absorbs 1 with a defensive dice. And that is his go because he already has all the defensive dice he can roll. Boomer's turn. Let's see. So we have killed. Let me do this. I'm going to set these over here to the side because these are ones that we killed. This. Set them over here if they're coming in, and set them over here if they've been killed. Boomer has killed, or something's been killed, so she's going to roll 1 body search die. Then she's going to target the the alarmist is really not that much of an issue now. Going to target the Troll Enforcer with 2 attack. I'm actually going to go ahead and use one of her counters to throw a grenade. And the position is going to be here. Alright. So, there's all the dice. We're going to roll them up. And we get, what do we get? Okay, so we get another bone. So to be clear, the target is going to be this 6-pointer, 6 health, 5-point baddie here. The position for the grenade, which let me read you the grenade entry because it is kind of interesting. It's different. You're going to finish me create. He's listening to you must sometimes you're afraid he's on stuff seeing for very serious. You want to go for higher roll next. Okay. Let's see, where's that? Not holy hand grenade. Do number damage unit 2 unit on this position and 1/2 to all adjacent. So the position is here. The target is there. So what that means is that she's going to get this. She's going to go up here. She's going to do 3 damage here. So 1, 2, 3. And then half that damage again. And that is going to be rounded down. So 1 point over here. Alright. And that exhausts this. She's going to, I'm going to go ahead and have her make 1 more bomb with her items over here, so that counter is going to go back to 1. Then she's going to throw odds, throw ends, which is her 4 bone backup plan. That's going to be the target takes 3 damage. So 2, thick skin, 3. So we'll take these out. Then the target was that, so he will take the 1 point of damage from her, and that is Boomer's turn. Next is going to be Tink. So Tink is going to 2 decks to move the bot to here. Then the bot is going to auto attack with its 2 damage. So that's going to be Thick Skin absorbs 1, takes 1. Then he's going to use 3rd Dex to roll the attachment. The target again is this 6-pointer here. Does 2 more. 1, 2. Okay. Then, so that is a total of 3 decks so far. Then he's going to roll a defensive die. He's going to take his 2 points out here. Oh no, he's not. He is melee, so he can't really attack anything. Well, I guess that's all he's going to do. Okay, then it's going to be Picket. Put this back on here. And this 2, I almost forgot, goes to a 1. Picket is going to roll with his 4 decks, 2 attack and 2 defense against the only thing he can attack. Alright, so he gets 1 bone, 1 defense, and 3 damage, which is enough to take the 5-point Troll Enforcer out. And he goes out. This goes over here. This would come out here. This one goes over there. And that's going to be his turn. The Troll Youngin is going to attack. He's going to move to the closest. There's 2 that are equidistant. He's going to go for the weakest. I'm going to say here. Wait, no, I'm not. I'm going to say here. And it's going to attack our bot with 1 defense, 1. Alright, and so it gets its 1 defense. The bot takes 1. Alright. And that is taken off. Alright. So that's him. Green, that is the golem, stone golem, is going to attack Picket. It's going to roll a 1. That is going to be absorbed by Picket's defense. And that is the end of that round. Round 3, beginning of round 4. We have a newcomer. This is a Goblin Bomber. I guess Boomer would also be appropriate. And it is going to 1 attack, Mischief 1, Careless on a bone. It's going to go in a, it should go in right here. It's going to go in 1 ranged. So it's going to go right here. And its die is going to go to the bottom. Okay, so that is... Whew. That was the end of round 3. Yep, because I deployed. Yeah, round 3. So beginning of round 4. Purple, which is, where are you at, purple? Oh, yep, that's this guy. Rolls his 1 attack against Boomer. Gets a bone, nothing happens. Yay! Then Boomer goes. Alright, Boomer is going to 2 attack. Go ahead and roll the elemental element, and bag of booms. That's her 4 dex. The target will be the ranged Mischief 1 Goblin Boomer. Okay, wow. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff here. So let's do this. I'm going to, just to make things a little bit simpler, I'm going to slot that, and she also has this. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make as many of these as we can. We're going to exhaust that and that. Take this down to 2. As I find it. Create 1 more bomb. And then use 1 of these. Just going to take that down. Oh, sorry, you can't see on the screen. So I'm going to use her lock slots. Let's see if I can turn it that way. Let me get this back the way it was, so you can see what I did there. And that was it. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to use 1, 2. Oh, this was at 3. Sorry. 1, 2, and 1 of those. So 1, 2, and 1 of those goes to a 2 to make another bomb. Then we're going to use 1 of these, which is the fuse, and then use this die for the element encasing that we also need. Exhaust that, make that 3. Okay. And then the target is going to take 2 damage. So let's go back over there. So here we go, back over there. Lock this baby down. Alright. So now he's going to take 1, 2 damage. I was really hoping I could have rolled a 2 on one of those attack dice, because that would have actually taken him out. And that is Boomer. Okay, so then the spider bot will go. The spider bot will automatically do its 2 damage, and this will put this to 0, by the way. It's 2 damage, 1, 2. So it takes that Troll Youngin out. And then it's going to move 1, and he's going to use, that's 1 dex. The next dex is, he's going to use this build die, the chain gun, which I believe, let me double check, but I'm pretty sure that this can hit anybody on the map. Yeah, it has to be non-adjacent, actually. So he's going to target the Goblin Alarmist, and does 2 damage, so both of those come off. So that's 2 dex. 3 dex. Then we're going to prep another bot just in case this doesn't go right. And then use 4 dex to up the battery power to 2. This leaves him one more dex. Yeah, he'll roll his reroll his defense die. See if he could get some bones. He didn't, so that goes to 1. So that is Tink's turn. Now it is Picket's turn. Pickett is going to roll 2 attack, 2 defense, 2 attack against the Goblin Alarmist. Alright, so we've got, good lord, 2 more bones. He gets 1 defense, and he did 1 damage. Now, we have a decision to make, because Benevolence, well, now we're close to getting, his innate, but here's the problem. He only has 2 more health. He doesn't really have a lot of defense. So if we opted to use his Benevolence, he would get 2 HP and a 2 defense die in his slot. If we wanted to do that, which would be very helpful, but we're so close to that innate +1. I don't know. I think we're going to have to do it just to keep him from dying. I really do. So we'll use the 4. What am I doing on time? Ooh, almost an hour. We'll use the 4. He'll heal for 2 HP. That's going to put him up to 4. And he'll get a 2 defense die in his slot. And he did the 1 damage. I think I already did that. Yeah, he did the 1 damage to the Goblin Alarmist. And that is him. Whew. Then, that shouldn't be there. Yellow would go. That's not there. Green. That's the Stone Golem. The Stone Golem is going to attack him. Oh, see? That's why we did it right there. Absorbed. And then the Goblin Bomber is going to go. It's going to do Mischief 1 against the 2 weakest, which is going to be Boomer. And I guess we get to choose between the other 2, so we'll say Tink. So they both lost with Mischief. They both lost their defense to die. First attack against Tink does 1 damage. So Tink finally took some damage. And the attack against Boomer, oh my goodness. Oh, she only had 1 health. You saw that. That's a bone. That's a bone. And guess what? You know what a bone does? That's right. Careless. The bomber takes 1 damage, which is enough to kill it. And that is awesome. Alright. Round 5. Our lovely Goblin Alarmist goes with its 1 attack, 2 defense. Let's see what he rolls. 1 attack and 2 ones. Oops, that was a 1. And that was against Pickett. Pickett absorbs that with his defense. Tink goes next. Excuse me, not Tink. Boomer goes next. It's going to be 2 attack and 2 defense. Target is going to be the Alarmist. That's 2 damage and 2 ones on the defense. So that's going to take those off. And that's applied. Next is Tink. Tink. Okay, Tink is going to use a dex. He's going to use a dex to increase the battery power of the Spiderbot 1.0. Then Tink is going to deploy Spiderbot 1.0. It's 4 health. He's going to deploy it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. No build die or attachments. Okay. So that's 1. And then he's going to 2. No. Can I use the bot that turn it's deployed? Choose. But once deployed, your bot is treated as an ally. To use your bot, you must first decrease your bot's battery. Alright, well, it doesn't say it has to happen before your turn and it can't be used on your turn, so I'm going to assume that it can. I may be wrong, but that's okay. Wouldn't be the first time. So, have it move. That's 2 decks. Go ahead and have it do its attack against the golem, which I believe, if I remember correctly, well, that's an auto attack, so it just does the 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure I got these right. Yep. So that goes away. Oh, what did I do? This should be 5, not 1. And 1. So, yeah, we'll just go ahead and move him here. All right. Next up is Picket. Picket is again targeting the Goblin Alarmist with his 2 attack, 2 defense. He gets 1 bone, 2 damage, 1, 2, and 1 defense. All right, and he's going to go ahead. He's going to go ahead and use 1 throwing axe to get rid of to attempt to get rid of this 1 point left. Oh wait, does it say? Let me make sure. Does it say not adjacent? Yeah. So let's see if we can get rid of that, and we do. So the Goblin Alarmist goes bye-bye. Means purple comes off the board. Alrighty. So then it is that's into Picket. Then the golem goes. The golem targets the strongest, which is Picket at this point. Rolls a bone, so does nothing. Then we go to round 6. Everybody takes 1. I'm assuming that would include the bots. So that gets exhausted. Picket takes 1. True. Tink takes 1. True. Boomer takes 1. True. Which actually knocks her out. The golem takes 1 true, and the existing spider bot takes 1 true. Okie doke. Next, Tink goes. Tink is going to roll 1 defense. Well, Spiderbot's going to go do its automatic 1 to the golem. Then Tink's going to move. That's going to drop down to 1 battery power. Tink's going to move 1, 2, 3, and roll his defense. She gets a 1. Alright, that's Tink. Pickett goes. Pickett's going to roll 2 attack and 1 defense and his stand ground die. That's 1 defense added. That's 2 damage, which we'll go ahead and apply, which is enough to take out the golem, which is enough for us to complete successfully the encounter. Sweet. We're a bit beat up, but we did survive. So, you know, that's a thing. Put this back on 1. I need to get another thing for this table, like I've got on the other table. Okay. And this goes away. These are all defeated, so we have a 1 point and a 1 point defeated. Which I believe those are over here, right? I think that's where I put them. Yeah. 1 point defeated, 1 point defeated. It's a 5. It's a 1. It's a 1. It's a 5. And that is a 1. Yep. And 5, 5. Yep, there we go. Okay, so give me 1 second here, and let's get all of these dice out back where they're supposed to go. Excuse me. This is a consumable that will go back in here. These defensive dice will come out. These babies, it's number 1 and number 2. Number 5, number 13. He has 2 and 2 of those. That stays there. We've got a number of attachments. And both of these bots. The build die. And he has 1 of each of those. Whoop. Okay, so now encounter, we get 1 progress. That means now we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 progress, 5 progress. And remember, we need 8, so we need 3 more progress. So 5 progress total. And we're going to get 1 training point and 1 loot for everybody. So training point wise, for Tink, with 1 training point, I think Tink's going to take 1 in dexterity for maybe some additional movement for her bots, for the bots. So that's the 1 there. Pickett, I feel like Pickett needs to roll. Oh wait, no, Pickett's going to do 1 in dex. He needs to be able to roll his full attack and defense if he needs to. Boomer. Should I go with bigger boom? 4 decks is not bad. Yeah, let's go with bigger boom. Which is die number 14 for Boomer. So that is everybody's point. Then everybody gets a loot. We'll start with Tink, who gets a tattered map. So basically we can redo an encounter. If we don't like the one we pull, then we'll go to Boomer. Gets Agate Herbs. Got a little bit of healing there. And then we'll go to... Ooh, let's grab a trophy loot. Troll Brew. Single use for Picket. Outside of battle, permanently increase your health stat die by 1. Reduce your current HP. At the start of your next battle, reduce your current HP by 3. That's tough, but we may use that at some point. That is, okay, cool. That is all those. So that is the end of the encounter. So now we'll go to the recovery phase and trade loot. Do we want to trade loot? I kind of feel like Pickett needs these herbs, at least for now. So I think I'm going to trade them to him from Boomer. Boomer is going to hold on to what? Yeah, everybody else I think is going to hold on to what they have. No lock picking, so then it's the individual options. Well, it's not really individual options. Everybody took a beating. So everybody's going to rest and recover to their full health, which means Tink goes back up to 4, Boomer goes to 3, and Pickett is at 6. And that is the completion of the care package encounter for Goblin King. Again, we have 5. I'm going to get a die. Whoops. I'm going to get a couple dice for the day counters, I think. That card's okay. I usually have the adventure mat out here, but there's just not quite enough room. So I'm going to get some dice for that. But we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the required 8 progress to fight the Goblin King. That was day 4. And next time we will start on day 5. So again, hopefully I didn't make too many mistakes. Hopefully I did better with the Tink's robots. George, please let me know if I did not. I watched some of the video of your playthrough. I read the BGG post or read your comments, so hopefully I did a little bit better. That's why I'm doing this, so I can learn and so other people can learn too. So thank you again for your help in that. Let me know what's going on. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. Leave your comments below if you have anything that you saw that you're curious about that you want to comment on. Subscribe if you're enjoying the videos. Thank you guys for being part of the community. Thank you guys for taking your valuable time to watch my videos. I'm enjoying it a lot, and hopefully you guys are too. So this is the Board Game Roamer. Be nice to everybody. Play lots of games. Eat lots of turkey here in a short period of time. This war of mine is set up, and I'll begin filming that soon. I'm trying to get this playthrough done so that during Thanksgiving, if I want to take Too Many Bones and introduce it to some of my family who have not seen it, I can do that. Hopefully that's what I'll get to do. But anyway, the Board Game Roamer, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.